Echoplex is a game about getting your memory back by running through puzzles with time-bending mechanics. The echo part of Echoplex is important since most of these puzzles have a duplicate that follows you into the puzzle called an echo. It's called an echo because it follows the exact steps that you took before it. This means you need to be very careful with every move you make since you can't touch your echo and your echoes can't touch each other. I've already covered Echoplex back in July when it hit early access. The core gameplay was there, but some of the puzzles needed to be refined. Back then, the story wasn't complete either. After playing the latest version though, I believe they've accomplished what they wanted to do. The coolest part of Echoplex is the echo mechanic. Like I said, these echoes follow your every move at a determined time after you enter the puzzle. So you need to hug the walls and keep track of where you've already been if you need to double back. If you run into the echo, it resets the puzzle. On more complicated puzzles, a second echo will come in, and that can get really complicated. In a good way for a puzzle game though. If the two echoes touch, a giant explosion occurs and you'll lose your echoes. Well, either that or you'll be dead from the explosion if you're too close. Most of the time, if you lose the echoes, you will not be able to finish the puzzle. I think it's great and keeps your thoughts not only with what you're doing, but how it will matter later on in the puzzle. It's even better in this version when my echo was on a level below me distracting a drone while I rushed by to get to a memory. The whole point of Echoplex is that you're trying to get your memories back by completing these puzzles. You need to collect fragments inside the puzzle, and then at the end, a bit of your memory is revealed in a video clip. Then after a few levels, you get to view the entire memory, but it's still not the full picture. The puzzles are really unique since they have a lot of timing elements and are in 3D. Like I said, the echoes follow you and you need to be very careful. There are also door switches that you and the echoes can hit. This is just one of the ways the echoes are useful for solving the puzzles. Also, drones are a new addition since I last played. It's less of a puzzle element and more of a catalyst to make you move fast. I haven't had any problems figuring out the puzzles, and the game gives you a lot of help. First, a new addition, the puzzle layout is written on the wall in the hospital room before you start. It's nice to get a top-down view of it before you run in. Second, Echoplex lets you pause the game and fly around to explore the current status of the puzzle. This is incredibly useful if you want to keep tabs on your echoes and see the general layout in a 3D way. There's also bars on the side you can use to see where the echoes are and when switches were hit. Extremely useful to see when you need to get through a door before it closes. From last time, I feel like the puzzles are a lot better. I remember being able to guess my way through a few puzzles, and this time I feel like I really figured them out. They're also a lot more compelling. The drones are a nice addition and can hit switches themselves. The difficulty curve is also improved. This makes playing Echoplex a lot more fun, and I get a feeling of accomplishment from solving the puzzles. The reward for completing the puzzles isn't bad either. Echoplex basically had to shoot a short film to have the footage for the game. So they had to write a game and shoot a film. Damn impressive. The short clips are all interesting and everything builds on itself. Even when you complete the entire memory, a little bit more is added on. It's nice to see a little bit of story in a puzzle game, and it definitely compelled me to keep playing to figure out what the heck was going on. One of the things I don't really like are the new memory fragments. You must collect them before you can complete the level. I feel like they give away where exactly you need to go. The developer can't put the pieces in places that the player doesn't go, so it gives away the direction the player is supposed to take. I wish they were given out as a reward for going places that make the puzzle more difficult. This way the player is rewarded for their skill. It doesn't ruin the puzzles, and maybe the developer had good reason to add them. They might have wanted to cut down on people taking weird routes, or they did want to make it more obvious where to go. Then it takes out the player's freedom to solve the puzzle in an interesting way. I'm not really sure how much replay value Echoplex is going to have. Once you know the story and how the puzzles are all completed, maybe it's over. There is at least a time challenge mode if you're into that. Replayability for Echoplex is the same with all puzzle games though, once you solve them. Overall, Echoplex is an interesting first-person puzzle game. The story and world are intriguing without being over the top. I had fun solving the puzzles. They're not pull your hair out hard. I like how much variation in the puzzles and how unique the game is. Echoplex is trying to combine a story and puzzles, and they are successful. It's great how accessible this is to me and how much information Echoplex gives to the player. Thanks for watching.